Anybody with a gray Nissan outside? Your windows are down and just trying to help you guys with the rain? Thank you. There you go. It is.
meeting room will come to order. We are now holding a meeting of the Jac-Cen-Del FFA chapter. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of the officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, Mr. President. The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duties there?
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and prepare for the meeting. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The Reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to Puerto Rico and from the states of Maine to Hawaii.
The Treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there?
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as George Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standing through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The Secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there?
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The Advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and reckoned with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the President so stationed?
The rising sun is the token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Mr. President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
There are 7 officers and numerous members and guests present, Mr. President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here? May we accomplish our purpose. I now declare this meeting of the Jac-Cen-Del FFA chapter duly open for the transaction of business or attention of any matters which may properly be presented. Good evening and welcome to the Jac-Cen-Del FFA Awards program. Tonight's banquet recognizes the many accomplishments gained in a year's worth of hard work and dedication. We gather tonight to celebrate the many achievements made possible by our supporters. We are very thankful to our donors, teachers, parents, and school administration. and realize that we could not be as successful as we are without their support. We are proud of the many things we have accomplished this year and are excited to see what next year has in store for our chapter. Tonight, we will start with a brief greeting message from Cheyenne No, serving as this year's state reporter.
Officers, if you would like to, feel free to sit out here. I don't want my back to you the whole time. Right, well, good evening, everyone. I am very happy to be here, and, really quick before I get started, one thing that I find really cool about FFA, also something we can kind of improve on, is a lot of the times we're in our little FFA bubble, we understand things about FFA, we understand it's not all FFA farm kids, we understand, the different positions that we hold in office, and kind of like the role I'm in, when I explain it to someone outside of the FFA world, try and say, it's like an internship, because when I say I'm not in high school or college, it gets kind of confusing for people that aren't familiar with the concept. So it's basically like that job or internship for a year. Now, my job in high school was very different than my job now. So back in high school, I was a babysitter. I loved kids. It worked with my schedule. The families were very flexible. And one of the families I babysat for, their youngest son at the time, was the age where he knew how to sit up straight, he knew how to crawl, but he didn't quite know how to walk yet. He would do that thing where he'd crawl over to the couch and hoist himself up and then end up falling over. And of course, the natural human reaction when a child falls over is to kind of laugh before you go to help them. I'm not sure why, but this continued on and on several days until the day came where he finally mastered how to walk. And the thing that I love about this story is not the fact that he mastered his goal at the end of the day, it's the way he acted while he was leading up to achieving it. He never questioned why I was laughing at him. He ended up just laughing along with me. He never questioned why he would fall and why he couldn't succeed. He only saw his family members walking and knew that's what he wanted to do. All of us have been there. I was a little baby once. You were a little baby once. All of us were at that age. Why is it that when we're that young, we never focus on the fact that we fall, we only focus on the end goal? But now, the older we've gotten, the failures we encounter seem to be the only thing we focus on, and we end up forgetting the goal that we're striving for in the first place. This leads into kind of my second point. Who in here knows how to ride a bike? Yeah. According to Google, the average age to know how to ride a bike is 5 to 8 years old. Well, 14. Yeah. It wasn't that my parents didn't want to try and teach me. It's just I was terrified of the bike. I figured I would just, break an arm or something. And, I ate a lot of potato chips and hot dogs as a kid, so those training wheels that my dad attached, I did not trust them. They were just going to break right off. Then middle school came along and peer pressure kicked in, so I figured it's probably about time to learn how to ride this bike. So my mom and I went and bought a bike that was a little bigger because now I would actually break the little kid bike. And we go out to the road and she goes over the basics about how to ride a bike. She pedals down and back. It's like, yes, Mom, I get it. You know how to ride a bike. And then it's finally my turn. And I only think of two outcomes. I think either A, I'm going to pedal all the way down to the creek and it's going to be fine. Or B, I'm going to fall and break my arm, break a leg. I had no in-between thinking as a middle schooler. Those are the only two things that I focused on the whole time. Here I am, I'm on the bike, and I'm sitting on a really uncomfortable seat. Not sure why we didn't buy an expensive one, but you know, my dad's kind of cheap, so we're not about that life. And I put one foot up on the pedal to get ready to go, and I start pedaling, make it like 2 feet maybe. I start to lose my balance, so I slam my foot back down on the ground, because I have that image of a cast waiting for me. Mom nods to try again. I'm back at the ready, on the uncomfortable seat. 1 foot on the pedal, I start pedaling, make it like 5 more feet, and then I can't find my balance, so I slam my foot back down on the ground. 3rd time's the charm, right? I'll move the bike over a few, maybe that'll help, right? Moving the bike over like 3 feet, yeah. So I sit back down, back at the ready. I pedal, make it maybe 8 feet, but then I start to lose that balance again, and I think of that cast, and I slam my foot back down on the ground. At this point, my mom's over here. She's doing one of these. We've seen our parents do that once or twice before, and we both knew it was going to be a long day. 3 hours. That's the time like it took me to learn to ride that bike. Simply because I was so set on falling. I was so scared of breaking an arm that I didn't even give myself the chance to fall. I would catch myself every single time when I thought that maybe I would end up falling. You know, think of one of the most embarrassing moments in your life. Chances are that embarrassing moment stuck out pretty quick. Why is that? We focus on the times of embarrassment because those are the things that we remember about that day. Now think a little harder about what were we trying to achieve when that embarrassing moment happened. It's time that we start to focus on those goals that we were trying to achieve in that moment and be able to conquer that fear of falling, that fear of embarrassment, to be able to push forward and maybe try something new and be able to persevere. So my senior year of high school, I was crazy busy. I mean, second semester, I had college applications, scholarship applications, prep for FFA competitions, prep for state office, prep for graduation, get my perfect prom dress. I had 0 free time. So, what did Cheyenne decide to do with not having any free time? She decided to go ahead and try out for the school musical. Something that requires many hours, 5 days a week, even some weekends of time taken out of her day, which she doesn't have. So I go to auditions and dance, sing. A few days later, the director sends out the cast list, and I get to play the role of a character whose name is Martha. Now, Martha is a very smart high school girl, considered a brainiac, and she has a hidden love for hip-hop dancing. Anyone who has seen the movie High School Musical might be having a light bulb moment, because yes, this year my school was putting on the production of High School Musical, and I was going to be playing that brainiac that was terrified of dancing and showing her passion for hip-hop. First day of practice, we start with the choreography for the cafeteria scene. This was going to be the most elaborate, most crazy, energetic scene throughout the whole play because every single cast member was on stage, multiple people had solos, and everyone had to hit their dance moves on the beat to make the scene work. No pressure, right? So I'm over here, I'm sitting at my brainiac table. I'm with a few other seniors who's also their last play, and I figured my character, Martha, she's smart. I got decent grades in school, so check. She's pretty ditzy and happy all the time. I mean, my family members could vouch for this, so check. And she loves to hip-hop dance. Maybe? I'll have to work on that one a bit. So back at the table, we're talking about this scene, and the director comes over. Hey guys, so in this scene, you all have solos. You're going to have to sing very loud. We don't have mics. Just have to work with the acoustics in the auditorium. Okay, yeah, perfect. You know, I sing in the shower like all the time, so no worries with that one. A few minutes later, hey guys, so the thing is, with a play, all of your facial expressions, all of your emotions have to be 10 times more elaborate than actual life. Okay, didn't know that. So I'm hip hop dancing, which means those hip hop dancers have to be more elaborate. Oh, she's gone. Okay guys, so not only are we kind of dancing in front of all of our family members here, we're gonna have to dance that like crazy, like use all the floor space. We have a pretty big stage, so it'll be fine, we'll work it out. A few minutes later, hey guys, so you know how in the movie the characters step up onto their lunch tables? Yeah? Your point? And we're gonna have our lunch tables on the stage. Yeah? Your point? So like, when you're getting ready to dance, you'll have to step up onto that lunch table. Are we talking about the table that the kid broke last week when he sat on it? Okay, she's gone again. All right, guys, so scratch the having all the floor space idea. Now we have to step up onto a lunch table that is circular, not that sturdy, and hope that we don't break it and fall off the stage. Okay. It's opening night, and the beat is gonna come where my castmates and I have to step up onto these lunch tables. We're looking at each other from across the stage, and our mindset, we're all seniors, it's our last year, what the heck, why not? Let's just go for it. So the beat comes when it's time to dance, and we step out of our chair, step up onto that chair, and up onto the table, and because of official dress, I can't really dance the whole way, but I pop, lock, and break and jam my heart out. And at the end of every single show performance, people in the audience said that that was the most energetic, fun scene to watch ever. Because every single person on stage gave it their all and just said, what the heck, why not, let's try it. We're all going to encounter so many failures throughout our life. But if we are able to own up to those times of failure, focus on the goal, conquer the fear of it, we'll be more willing to try those new things and end up having great success with it. So in the end, because if we never fall, we simply will never rise. Just go for it. Thank you guys for letting me come to your banquet today and speak.
I now invite Colton Koontz to talk about the donors we had this year.
Hello. I'm Colton, and I will be talking about our sponsors and donors this year. So, each year we receive many contributions from the community organizations. These monetary donations help make all events our chapter does possible. Without the sponsorship of these organizations, our chapter would be limited on what we could accomplish. And you will find that on the back of our program, we have listed all of our sponsors this year. We would like to take a moment to recognize these: Erdl Farms, Lofrey Valley Ag, Crossroads Family Restaurant, Zimmer Tractor, the Osgood Lions Club, Drive Apparel Company, Bush Landscaping, Wolf Realty, R&M Showstock, Farm Bureau Insurance by Owen Menchofer, Neil's Funeral Home, Einhouse Club Lambs, Cummer Buildings, the Osgood Grub Company, Neil's Chop Shop, Ripley County Farm Bureau, and One Day Lily at a Time. I would like to say thank you to all these people for sharing sponsorships with our chapter. I will now pass the mic to Bailey Hahn to talk about the activities that we've done this year. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. I would first like to thank you all for coming out tonight. This year has been very memorable. We have participated in many activities this year. We started the year off at the district kickoff, playing games and connecting with other chapters. Some of us had just been inducted as new officers and were doing things we had never done before. We started holding officer meetings twice a week, and our chapter really started growing. We got official dress and became a state-recognized chapter for the first time in many years. In the fall, we decorated a float for the Versailles Pumpkin Show. I will never forget when Erica Erdl and I were alongside the road trying to pull corn stalks out of the ground with our bare hands. It was not as easy as planned. 2 hours later, after we ruined our shoes, we had finally pulled up the 50 corn stalks we needed for the float. We also attended the National FFA Convention for the first time. This was full of events. We went to the Kelsey Dairy Farm, a career show, the National FFA Mall, and an amazing Garth Brooks concert that many of us lost our voices at. A couple of us stood in line for over 6 hours waiting to get tickets to see Donald Trump that coming weekend, and we were about 40 people off from getting them. We made it to the almost very front of the line. We stayed up late several nights on the trip playing cards, and many of us, including myself, had our first experience with Uber Eats thanks to our good friend Trent Linville. During the trip, 4 of us, being Dean, Gracie, Trent, and I, all had an essay due, and we all really waited till the last minute to get it done. So we started the essay an hour before it was due and finished it in 45 minutes. We also had a first ever Thanksgiving dinner for our FFA members and families. We ended up serving 150 people. In the winter, we had a lot of new events. Ag Week took place the 18th through the 22nd of February. During Ag Week, there were many new events such as the ABCs of Ag, Bank of Farmer Breakfast, Ag Career Day, and the Cornhole Tournament at school. At ABCs of Ag, the kindergartners and first graders from Jac-Cen-Del came to the fairgrounds. Many FFA members gave demonstrations about something that they know a lot about or something that they hold near and dear to their heart. The kids' favorite part was Mackenzie's Gray's talented Australian Shepherd and all the tricks that he could do. At Bank of Farmer Breakfast, we came to the school at 5 a.m. and cooked a huge breakfast open to the whole community. The weather caused a few problems that morning, but we all worked together, and I believe it turned out very well. Ag Career Day involved many different companies and services from all over Ripley County coming to give information about their company to the students at the high school. The Cornhole Tournament gave students something different to do during lunch, and we donated the money to the Upper Room Cafe here in Osgood. In the winter, we also sold fruit, and our top seller for the fruit sales was Shaley Bolts. We visited Manderley Nursing Home and decorated Christmas ornaments with the residents. We attended the Parliamentary Procedure Contest for the first time, which included the Leadership Contest. This spring, we had the Rolls and Spice fundraiser, our top seller being Mackenzie Gray. We had the forestry competition, Drive Your Truck to School Day, and we are about to have Drive Your Tractor to School Day coming up on May 17th. We are also about to have the IJCLC Lamb Show coming up. I really have enjoyed all the activities and events we have had this year. This year has been the most memorable year in FFA so far, and it wouldn't have been possible without our sponsor, Sarah McGee. I wish next year's officers and chapter good luck, and don't forget to have fun. Thank you. I would now like to introduce Lydia Linville to the podium to speak about the junior high FFA program.
Good evening. My name is Lydia Linville, and I'm here to talk about our junior high FFA chapter. Many people don't realize the amount of work that is put into making our junior high chapter run and all the events that we make work. During the year, our FFA chapter had many active members. However, we would like to have more students join. This year, we had many active members in parliamentary procedure, forestry, and leadership contests. On the parley team, we had Julia Meyer and myself. We had a lot of fun learning new ways to study and new memorizing techniques on how to run a meeting. On our junior high forestry team, we had Allie Mosier and Julia Meyer. And the active members on our leadership team were Julia Meyer, Kinsey Rolls, Allie Mosier, Emma Wagner, and myself. Here are a few words from some of the members about their experience. Julia Meyer said that FFA has helped her develop new skills for the future. It helped Julia by learning new ways to study, but also helped her learn to trust everybody to do their part. Kinsey Rolls says that FFA has helped her open her eyes to new opportunities. It has helped her realize how important agriculture really is and how we should all do our part in the world. Allie Mosier says that FFA was a new experience that has made her realize the good in agriculture. It also helped her to think about many ways agriculture has helped everyone in life and that we need to appreciate. Emma Wagner says it has helped her develop new skills and has opened her eyes for new opportunities. It helped her become more independent and trustworthy. If you're interested in joining, come talk to myself or Julia Meyer. Thank you. I'd like to call on Julia Meyer to talk about the forestry team.
Hello, my name is Julie Meyer, and I'm going to talk about forestry judging. I have participated in the FFA District Forestry Contest. Allie Mosier and I were the only participants from Jac-Cen-Del who had to study with each other. We studied the leaf samples by identifying and naming the leaves after school a couple of days a week. Along with the leaves, there was a huge packet of 244 questions. At the contest this fall, we drove to South Berkeley with our advisor, Miss McGee. We all got there and was super nervous. First, Allie and I signed in and sat down. Then the staff members in charge took everybody in their divisions to different rooms. First, we had the leaf identification test. We spread out and went around the room in order to all the different leaves and seeds. At each station, everybody had 30 seconds to identify the leaf or seed, then we went to the next one. Once everybody was finished, we all took the test. Even though there was 244 total questions, the staff selected 25 from it. Finally, we sat down and took our time answering the questions. Allie was ranked 19th and I was ranked 18th out of 28 people. So we did fairly well for our first year. I'm really looking forward to forestry next year. But one thing I would like to improve for next year is having set schedules for practice days so we are more prepared for the contest. Allie Mosier was not able to join us today, so I'm going to read what she had to say. Forestry was a great opportunity for me to learn, study, and appreciate nature. Although I didn't study as much as I should have, I still had a great time with my educated guesses. Learning about which leaves are alternate and opposite were confusing at first, but we eventually got the hang of it. In the end, Julia and I had an amazing time and learned so much. I'm going to be honest, Julia forced me into this at first, and I didn't think I would like it. But the more information I attained, the happier I became with this section of FFA. When we arrived at the competition in South Berkeley High School, Julia and I were both a little nervous. But as we walked into our designated rooms, we let out a sigh of relief.
we soon realized that other teams were just as nervous as us. Then Julia and I got to work answering our 40 multiple choice B's and C's questions. After that, we headed to another room to take the forestry exam. It may not have been easy, but it was worth it. I am so excited to do this again next year, and I hope I have as good of an experience as I had this past year. Next year, we're planning on setting our goal to be in the top 10 and get better each year. If you are interested in learning more about forestry next year, please come talk to Allie or me. We really could use more involvement. Thank you. Now I'm going to call up Lindsay Linfield to discuss parliamentary and leadership contests.
This year, the Parley team entered into a unique situation. With the contest not being offered at Jac-Cen-Del for many years, most members did not understand how to conduct an official business meeting. With that stated, we opened the contest up to anyone who wanted to participate. In a normal situation, your officer team is your Parley team. However, we wanted to have a team, and it didn't matter what office position you held. We just wanted to do the best we could. We also had 2 junior high members that stepped up and competed as a senior team. This was a new learning experience for us all, and we had become hooked on parliamentary procedure contests. We came to the first practice not even knowing what Parley was. We had a couple practices a week, and we learned together. We went to one competition where mistakes were made, but we learned many things to better ourselves for next year. By the end of Parley, we went from knowing nothing to knowing enough where we could have fun during practices. I think out of this experience, we all got a little something, whether it was learning how to talk in front of people or just learning more about FFA team. Please come forward as I call your name and be recognized as serving on the 2018-2019 parliamentary procedure team. Emma Thackeray, Colton Coots, Spencer Johnson, Riley Johnson, Julia Meyer, Lydia Linville, Maddie McGee, and myself. You may all be seated. By being involved in FFA, you can learn many life skills. In FFA, we have something called leadership contests. Chapters can send people to represent them from many different categories. These include public speaking, quiz bowl, essays, exhibits, and more. Students who participate in these activities learn skills that will benefit them long after high school. We had several students participate in leadership contests. You can go ask any one of them, and they will tell you they learned something. FFA is all about learning new things and developing new skills. Leadership contests better prepare students for the future and can give them a leg up in whatever they decide to pursue after high school and college. For the following leadership participants, please come up as I call your name. Lydia Limbo, Discovery Creed and Discovery Degree. Julia Meyer, Discovery Degree, Quiz Bowl and Forestry. Emma Wagner, Quiz Bowl. Allie Moser, Quiz Bowl and Forestry. Kinsey Rolls, Quiz Bowl. You guys may be seated. I will now call up Spencer Johnson to the podium.
Thank you, Lindsay. I'll be discussing our horse judging team and the Ripon County Classic IJCLC Lamb Show that we're hosting on April 12th. As far as horse judging, we're attending the state contest on May 11th. Team members include Mackenzie Gray, Kayla Cobbler, Kyla Jeffries, and myself. We'll be judging classes ranging from halter to performance classes such as reining and trail. We'll have to place these classes, give oral reasons as to our placings, and defend these reasons. We've been practicing on Tuesdays and Thursdays since January, and we have the judging of the classes themselves down, and we're still working on getting the reasons and giving the reasons. It's a little rough right now. Our Lamb Show is going to be the first show of the IJCLC circuit. It's going to be May 12th. 2019. We'll have judges coming in from Texas to assist in the show. The officer team is going to be handling class signups and collecting money for class entries. All members will be at this show assisting in various roles. I'll now hand the podium off to Will Neal to honor our honorary member.
So, sorry about that misunderstanding. I'll be going next talking about the livestock judging team. Alright, we'll be up in just a minute. So, the 2018-2019 livestock judging team, it started with a pretty high note, considering we had many members apply to be a part, and towards the end, it ended in quite of a low note because a lot of the members, I think, were intimidated by giving the oral reasons, and this is set up pretty much exactly like the horse judging team, only we judge multiple different species of livestock, and I was the last sole member of the livestock judging team, and I decided that since no one else was going to do it, I wasn't going to make somebody do something they didn't want to do. So I said, Miss McGee, we'll wait till next year and have a stronger team. So now I'll hand the podium off to Will Neal, and I'll let him talk. What he needs to say.
Honorary Chapter Award is given to individuals who have stepped outside the box and either helped or support the FFA. JCD FFA has been working hard to get a program started. This year, we are choosing to recognize 2 individuals that have helped the chapter out greatly. Kevin Coons is a past member of the JCD FFA and has served as a chaperone at national convention for us. He has a strong passion for FFA and a desire to see our chapter reach great strides. Tammy Earl is our second honorary chapter member. Tammy may not have been in FFA as high school or as a student, but she has a strong agricultural background. Tammy does an amazing job of making sure all funding is accounted for and supports the chapter in all activities. She is always willing to lend a helping hand and step in when needed. Erdl Farm is one of our largest sponsors. I will now turn it over to our seniors.
Alright, me and Dean are going to give out Leadership and Recognition Awards. First, the Chapter Star Green Hand Award. This award is given to any first-year member that has taken an active and positive role in the FFA chapter. They show great leadership and are very active. Riley Johnson is the recipient of the Chapter Star Green Hand Award. Next, we have the Outstanding Freshman Award. The Outstanding Freshman Award is given to a freshman who shows great leadership. They are not afraid to play an active role and show great support for the FFA chapter. They attend the FFA meetings and make it a point to become active in other chapter activities. Erica Erdl will be receiving the Outstanding Freshman Award. Next, we have the Outstanding Sophomore Award. This Outstanding Sophomore Award is given to a sophomore that has been a positive individual within the chapter. They have shown leadership and help out whenever it's needed. Mackenzie Gray and Lindsay Linville will both be receiving the Outstanding Sophomore Award. Next, we have the Outstanding Junior Award. This award is presented to an individual who has shown great responsibility and leadership. They have attended many activities and represented McCutcheon FFA at the Leadership Development events. Spencer Johnson and Emma Thacker will both be receiving the Outstanding Junior Award. And we also have one last award. This is the Discovery Degree Award. This is given to a 7th grader that is just starting out in agriculture. This award is presented to 2 students that have given 100% in all of their activities. Congratulations to Lydia Linville and Julia Meyer on the Discovery Degree on being Discovery Degree members. Thank you. I would now like to welcome Spencer, Lindsay, and Emma to the podium. You guys may have a seat.
The Outstanding Senior Award is given to an individual who has shown a great deal of work and effort throughout their years in the FFA. They've taken part in many activities. This individual has been an FFA member for many years and has been a great asset to our chapter. We're sorry to see them graduate, but we're proud of them for setting such a great example. Bailey Hahn is the recipient of the Outstanding Senior Award. Blue and Gold Award is given to a member that is supportive of the FFA and leads Blue and Gold. Holton Kuntz is the recipient of the Blue and Gold Award. He will also be receiving this award tonight. Top Salesperson Award is awarded to the member that has sold over $3,500 of product this year in our fundraiser. This year, Shirley Volts went above and beyond and will be receiving this award. She'll receive this award tomorrow since she is not able to attend tonight. If Emma would like to say a few words about the seniors, I'll now invite her to say a few words to them before we wrap up this section of that.
This year, as serving as an officer with Union Bailey, has definitely been a roller coaster. Bailey and Dean definitely added the fun to the chapter. I got to go to national convention with them, and we made a lot of memories, stayed up really late, playing cards, finishing essays, and just all around having a good time all year. And I will miss them next year, and our chapter will not be the same.
Each year, first-year FFA members are eligible to receive the Green Hand degree. To obtain this award, an FFA member must have taken 1 semester of an agriculture class. The member can perform 3 parliamentary procedure motions and/or recite the FFA creed. Once obtaining this award, these members can then apply for the highest degree that our chapter can bestow on its members, this being the chapter FFA degree. Tonight we are excited to have the following members receiving this Green Hand degree. As your name is announced, please come forward and stand in the front of the podium area until all Green Hand degree recipients have been called. Caleb Simon. Cole Scoggins. Cordell Rickey. Olivia Neal. Austin Bowling. And that is all of those. And Michaela Cobbler, sorry. Chapter degrees. After receiving the Green Hand FFA degree, a member is eligible to receive the Chapter FFA degree. To obtain the Chapter FFA degree, one must have performed 3 parliamentary procedures in the given year of the members or participated in 80% of all the chapter activities. Tonight we have members that will be awarded for this honor. As your name is announced, again, please come forward to the podium for your degree and FFA point until everyone has been announced. Harleen Wolf. Emma Thackeray. Madison McGee. Bailey Hahn. Will Neal. Trent Linville. Lindsay Linville. Colton Coons. Spencer Johnson. Riley Johnson. Michael Gray. Mackenzie Gray. Erica Ertl. Neil Bowman. And Dean Bowman. You may have a seat after the picture.
My name is Dean Bowman. I was this year's FFA president, so I'd like to announce next year's president, Lindsay Linville.
And then I will have Erica Ertl will be taking over my position as recorder.
I was the 20 2019 Vice President, and I will be turning it over to Spencer Johnson.
I served as the 2018 Junior Advisor. I'd like to invite Michael Gray to come up and take over my position.
Hi, I'm Colton Coombs, and I was your 2018-2019 FFA Treasurer, and I will not be replacing my spot because I will be your 2019-2020 FFA Treasurer.
Will Neal, I was your sentinel last year, and I'm your sentinel again this year.
I'm Emma Thackeray. I was the 2018-2019 Secretary, and I'll continue and be the 2019-2020 Secretary.
Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any new or unfinished business which should now be transacted?
I have none, Madam President.
Does any members know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before the meeting? We are about to adjourn the meeting of the Jac-Cen-Del FFA chapter. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag. I now declare this meeting adjourned.
Hang on, Lindsay was supposed to let me talk a minute, and she forgot. So, I'm going to keep this really brief, and I want to address a few things that I think that these kids did pretty amazing. They have never done any of this before. No official ceremonies unless you were on the parliamentary procedure team, no working, no trying to get an awards banquet together, having written speeches presented, none of this. So the things that they've done tonight, I'm so proud of them. They managed to get through it professionally. Dean, you did a good job. So, I want to thank them. And for a really, really good year. It's super hard to start a program that has not had a program for so many years. When I started at McCutcheon 20 years ago, I had 30 kids. But I had 30 kids. When I came over to South Ripley, I had 150. I had 150 kids that Mr. Holland had done a really good job of instructing them, and they just needed somebody to lead. I came over here, I got those same cool 30 type of kids that want to see a program grow. And these guys are absolutely amazing at what they're doing. I know that you can tell by the way that they talk, the way they present themselves. I'm super proud of them. I think you guys should be super proud of them. Something that I want to talk about is I have our IJCLC, which is Indiana Junior Club Lamb Circuit Show that is here May 12th. There'll be 150 to 200 lambs that come up from the state of Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Illinois, everywhere. And our two judges that we have are coming from Texas. One is a national judge that's judged, if you know anything about livestock, OYE, Texas Major, and Arizona Nationals. So it's an honor that he is coming. He used to teach with me at McCutcheon, so that's the only reason why he's coming to judge. So I have an idea that we're probably going to be having the largest show that we will ever have on the circuit with this show. So we are still needing sponsorships, parents, and kids to work this show. Any kid that works gets a free t-shirt. Anybody that sponsors gets a free t-shirt, and then there's a whole bunch of other things that we have going on with that. So if you got questions about that, let me know. On top of that, thank you. It's been an honor. I love these kids to pieces.
Okay, everybody who got an award, I want you to come up here. Everybody else, you're gonna go have some cake and punch. Thank you, guys.
and